Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finale for our Surviving Mars 1000% playthrough. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I just wanted to give you a tour of what we've done. And if you'd like to know kind of the whole process behind all of this, the decision making and all the little things we did, you can check out the live stream. I've linked it in the description of this video. And we did this over like a 5-hour live stream or so. It's available on the channel too. It's going to be there forever. But for those of you who are like, skip to the good part or just show me what you did. Okay, the finale video, that's for you. We have pretty much everything you can build built. There's a few things that still need to be, that are kind of under construction. So that's kind of happening in the meantime while we're chilling together here today. One of those things is the Geoscape dome, which has been automatically named Heirloom 2. I don't really care what it's named, but we have our Geoscape dome here. It's the most comfortable dome in the game, pretty much, aside from maybe the capital city. We'll talk about that. We'll look at it. It's cool, but it's a pretty big one. And I also need to get upgrades and stuff for it, but we're gonna add a bunch of casinos and little workshops and things. And I have a really high. Let's go ahead and put the grocer over here. Actually, I have a really high unemployment rate. You'll notice if you take a look. It's a very high unemployment rate. And that's only because I kind of just don't care about that. I mean, everybody here can just live happily ever after at this point. So, you know, cool. If they're really disappointed about jobs, then, I don't know, create something, you know, go do something. Where is the workshop? We'll do a VR workshop here. Give them something to do and take this grocer away and maybe do an art workshop over here. And this one over here can be a biorobotics workshop. So we could just give them workshops and stuff to do, which, I mean, that's just kind of whatever. That's the end game for the game. So here you go. Tons of trees, man. It's very, very green. We're at 98% on the vegetation. Basically just need to do one more, you know, seed vegetation or whatever thing on the map and we're good to go. Here is the new prison center. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. It holds over 450 renegades, and which is good because that's about how many we have. Each one of these domes has a whole bunch of, you know, officers and stuff too. Officers are encouraged to live here, whether you're a renegade or not. All the renegades and idiots are living in these domes. They're pretty good. There's not really anything wrong with them. There's some spaces and stuff available too. I could just add more housing, for example, in those instances. I could probably remove this grocer and add another, you know, add another apartments if I needed to, remove the diner, all those types of things. These things don't get, when you turn them on, these things don't get ruined because nobody works there. So these guys will use the services, but they don't work in these services. All the diners and grocers and stuff are all automated. And I rarely have any issues at all with anybody, you know, doing crimes because we just have such a very large amount of officers ready to go in all of these security stations. So, yeah, a little bit of a different design for the houses and stuff over here, but pretty much all these homes and apartments and arcologies, they all have the home collective updates. They're all very, very comfortable. Tons of green everywhere. It's looking pretty good, man. Now, take a look at some of the things that are work in progress. This is the only place on Mars right now that gets dust devils. And because of the frequency of dust devils in our playthrough, it's kind of almost always dust devils here. They're kind of stuck in here. As the ground becomes more fertile with green life, we'll say, we got some trees and stuff growing. As this becomes more prominent, these things will get more and more restricted. And kind of by design, we're not going to play that long, so you can see that, but kind of by design, this little area right here will kind of be the only area that has really bad soil quality. Right, kind of over here. This is going to get worked on, but basically the dust devils are going to be kind of restricted to this area once all of this gets done. And the really cool part about that is that we could use this, hypothetically, obviously we can't actually do it in the game, but you could say this is a tourist attraction, right? Similarly to looking and going to like the big geysers of the world or all the other natural phenomenons in the world and how they attract tourists. This on Mars will be the place where you can see the power of dust devils, but you can do it from the safety of the wilderness, right? We don't have any domes up here, and I could probably do that later, but right now we just have a whole bunch of these forestation plants, just making it more green up here. It's pretty good. Each one of them, just for the sake of making it clean and because I have tons of resources, I went ahead and every single forestation plant that's kind of remote at all, they each have their own Stirling generator. I know a little cost basis wise, that's really not the best usage, but it just made sense to just put little Stirling generators next to each one of these little things and let them power, because each one of them takes 10 power and this provides 10 for free. Well, maintenance free anyway, not free, but maintenance free. Tons of prefab drones, so if I want to expand, I don't even have to worry about that right now. We got tunnels that are working for everything, so you know, if we wanted to have any of our cars or whatever go anywhere, they don't have to use ramps. They've got tunnels to kind of take them wherever they want to go, everywhere, which is kind of nifty. We didn't really have that in the live stream, but you know, I went ahead and did it anyway. And then this is the capital city. The capital city is something that is found in your terraforming menu. You can only have one of them, and I decided to put it up here on the top here.
A colonist has died.
It's just sort of this, I mean, it's a place that we haven't really spent a whole lot of time in. If I had my way, I might have put it in like the heart of wherever we started our colony, but it's just something that's not available till very late in the game. So, because the capital city does not have a dome. Capital city does not ever get enclosed. So you can't build it until you have no domes. Basically, you can't build it until your tops are down. Capital City, if you didn't know, has 3 spires. So we've got a hanging gardens here in the center, a big medical center here, which can get upgraded. Actually, can all of them get upgraded? Oh yeah, go ahead and upgrade all of them. We can upgrade that, and then also, of course, Arcology, which needs home collective. I didn't do that yet either. We also have these Olympus hotels, and they're not getting used. I want to say it's because, I mean, they have other places to live, but we have 252 homeless, which out of 3,500 colonists, that's a pretty good ratio there of having, of providing housing. Plus, on top of that, we also have this new dome over here that's ready to go for housing as well, and it's not turned on yet. So let's go ahead and turn that on and watch as our homeless population drops very quickly as all the colonists begin to work their way over here and migrate to this new Geoscape dome where they can live happily ever after with awesome views. I've got this vegetation or forestation plant here too. Kind of hoping to maybe make the mountains green a little bit here, put some trees up top and just give them some cool views, right? We got various different landing pads for different rockets and stuff, so they can land all over the place instead of landing only in one place. I'm just kind of waiting for Mars to give me one more seed vegetation task, because at this stage of the game, this is all done. You can basically see 100% here, but at this stage of the game, these little forestation plants can no longer contribute. Their change per soul is always 0. There's just nothing they can do. So, you know, I mean, this is effectively 100%. It's not 100, but it's effectively 100. And as we continue to make more green all over the soil and stuff, we're going to be basically turning this entire area, well, to an extent, we're going to turn it green. And that's cool because, like, we can also get, you know, like, if, let's say you're a tourist or whatever and you want to see the desert, you can just venture out. You know, it's like Las Vegas or something, right? You can go out there and still experience what the old ways had to offer. It's like there's a little bit of toxic pool right here, but yeah, if I wanted to keep at it, I totally could. But my issue with the game right now, actually, and the reason I was going to wait a little bit longer just to really get it to 100% and really get all the stuff trees, I was going to wait. But if you take a look at save game right now, it's decided to do this to me again. Right at the end, baby. Right at the end, it's decided it wants to fail to save. It's got that block error thing happening. And, you know, I figured, whatever, you know, this is close enough. I'm not going to go back and lose an hour worth of playing just because of that. And so here you go. This is our final work of art here. There's lots of lakes, all sorts of cool things. I still have my explorer right down here. He's all dusty with no active research. Opportunity. just hanging out by the water. You know? Nifty. We got stuff stored everywhere. Look at the sheer volume of seeds we have. It's kind of ridiculous. And this isn't even all of them, really. There's several different large storage facilities for seeds. Here's another one, right? We have so many seeds, 23,000 seeds. I have no idea what to do with any of them. And it's because of the trees. The mixed trees will produce seeds. So when you're looking at like, how do I keep seeds up or whatever, you don't have to grow them. Once you get to trees, you'll start generating them. And you can see that in the description for them as well. So if I was to go to one of these things and take a look at trees, it will say that you get 0.2 seeds. But if you switch this, you can get a better description here. Yeah, so it takes 0.5 seeds to plant them, but you get 2 seeds out of it when they're harvested, and they're harvested periodically. So like very large amount of seeds, 4 times what it takes to make them, and each one of them is continuously doing that, and it just snowballs into this huge seed extravaganza. So we're never gonna run out of seeds, basically. I can put one of these down, I guess, and just watch the thing basically fill up instantly. But anyway, yeah. So this is kind of our finale. Here's our Geoscape dome. I love how there's water on the outside. It's super cool. Just like all around. It's very cool. And this is the end. So what I'd like to do for you guys is I wanted to go ahead and say thank you for watching. It's been very cool having you here. I keep saying very cool a lot. I'm sorry. It's just I'm very tired just watching it all. I want to do another Surviving Mars run, and I've decided we're going to do it on YouTube, and I've decided we're going to do it live, and I've decided we're going to do it on Fridays. So starting right now, from the time this video posts, every Friday, including the following one coming up, every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. That's, I don't know what that is. Whatever your time zone is, all right? 11 a.m. Eastern time, whatever the time, 11 a.m. New York time. We're going to be live here on YouTube, and there's going to be a live stream already scheduled on the channel right now. You can see that linked in the description as well. You can set reminders. You can click the little button, and it will remind you when the live streams are, all that stuff. I have one more element of this game that I really want to explore, and that's tourism. I have about 650 or so hours in this game, and I've never really explored tourism. It's always been this sort of passive thing. I just never really paid much attention to it. It is what it is. And actually, the last couple playthroughs, we really haven't had any people coming from Earth anyway. So what I'd like to do on YouTube, in a live stream format, on Fridays, I'm going to keep repeating it because repetition is a great way to get it in your head, right? On Fridays, we're going to have a new Mars series startup. The streams will be available afterwards. Don't worry, you're not going to miss anything if you can't make the live streams. They'll be available afterwards. I'm just going to let YouTube take care of that. I'm going to let YouTube post them. So basically we'll stream, and then YouTube will encode that video after the fact and all that stuff, and it will just go. And we're going to let that be a thing. The really cool part about this is that we get live interaction, which I love. It's one of my favorite things in the world is live interaction. And also, I believe anyway, the live chat should be available along with the VOD. So you can see the conversation as we're doing it. If you want to participate in that, just come by the live stream, say hi. I love chatting with you guys. And we're going to focus on tourism. It's not going to be 1,000%. We're going to dull it down just a little bit because focusing on tourism at 1,000% is just not possible. We only have one arc, right? There's only one rocket. So we have to have lots and lots of rockets and lots of tourists. We want to do whatever it takes to just funnel tons of tourists into our place and to have just constant, persistent rockets everywhere. I don't know what extent this game will allow us to do that, because there's usually a limited number of applicants on Earth, right? And we can't look at it here, but usually you're limited by the number of applicants, and I've never really bothered to pay attention to things like tourist applicants and how often they spawn and how many of them can spawn, right? I've never bothered to do that. So I'd like to explore that with you on Fridays at 11 o'clock Eastern time. So if you'd like to, link in the description. You can get yourself reminded right now of the next stream. That'd be really cool too. And I look forward to seeing you guys there. This is my finale for today. Thank you very much for watching. Check out anything else we got going on the channel. I may be starting Anno very soon. I also may start Tropico 6 very soon. But aside from that, on my YouTube schedule, we had got Surviving Mars, we got Prison Architect, and then whatever else I decide to post from that point on. I also have a couple of new indie games that I might be working into the schedule too, including something called Galactic Crew 2. That one's been very interesting. I've been playing around with it. I don't know about a full series on it or anything, but I do want to showcase that along with another game called Base 1. And there's a whole bunch of other ones. So I look forward to more content. And if you want more content from me as well, try to just subscribe. Just hit the button. It's cool. Thank you for watching. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.